everyone, it's Haze, and in today's video we are once again going to be doing the Miraculous Monday meme review, where my friend Hedge finds me the best Miraculous memes from across the internet. Now obviously before we get started, as always, I have no idea what these memes are going to be. It's just like my first reaction to them, hence why Hedge finds them for me, then I react to them and talk about whatever when I see them. So I may end up in this video discussing some theories I have for the rest of season 5 depending on what the contents of these memes are. So if that is what happened and you've read the show Bible, I have not. Most people in my comment section have not. Most people don't wanna know, okay? So if you've read the show Bible, please be nice and do not comment. Anything to do with the show Bible, I read all the comments, I will delete it. Thank you. So I guess let's get started. Okay, so the first meme. Adrien calling Marinette late at night to tell her his life would be different without her. Marinette, who just said she'll stop thinking about Adrien. Oh, this one is from Bush. So yeah, if you didn't know, Hedge was away the other week, so his other friend Bush, who is his husband if you didn't know, took over. So I think I lost what I had left on my sanity. I mean, to me, when I was watching Multiplication, Marinette definitely isn't gonna get over Adrien because this is Marinette. Like, she's tried it before, hasn't worked. But it was, to me, the way I interpreted it is like, yeah, she's still gonna like Adrien, but she's gonna stop pursuing him. Not that she was ever very successful at doing that, but you know what I mean, stop going after him, stop making plans, like in Psychomedian, like in Simple Man, to talk to him basically. Stop making plans and just kind of forget about it, which is, you know, fair enough. She's got a lot going on. I wouldn't have time for boys either. I mean, I don't have time for boys now, let alone if I was her. So I completely understand. Like, if you think genuinely Marinette Dupencheng is going to get over Gabriel Agreste, no. No way, that's never going to happen to her. Next meme. The title of this post was Payback Sucker. Oh, they both yeeting each other's. Okay, so the top one is from Cat Blank, I think, of Hawk Daddy yeeting Cat Noir, and then we got Rabbit Noir in Evolution, then yeeting his dad with his umbrella. Poetic justice. I mean, I'm so intrigued to find out what it's going to be like long term, Adrien and Gabriel's relationship, because I believe, oh, was it Ezra? Someone said, maybe it was Glue, but someone said anyway, that we're definitely going to be seeing Gabriel after season 5. So if you don't know, season 5 is the end of the Agreste arc. I get a lot of questions asking me what an arc is. So an arc is just like a big plot of a story. So if you watch anime, they have a lot of arcs in anime where it continues with the same characters, but instead of, for example, like in a TV show that's just one series long, they will just have one plot start to finish. That's pretty much all the TV show is about. Whereas with a longer running TV show, the plot will change, or there'll be different arcs going on at the same time. So we could argue seasons 1 to 3 was the arc of Master Fu being the Guardian, but now it's changed to Marinette. So that arc has begun, and I would hope that would run, I was about to say all the way to the end of season 7, all the way until the end of season 8. Oh, great. So the Agreste arc, in terms of the Agreste family being like the motivation behind the plot of the show, and Gabriel being Hawk Daddy, Shadow Daddy, Scarlet Daddy, Monarch Daddy, whatever, is going to come to an end in season 5, which I think a lot of people already knew. We already knew that we were getting a new Hawkmoth, a new butterfly user in season 6 and 7, which I'm fairly confident is Lila. Like, the hint in time tagger was so heavy, like, it has to be Lila. But anyway, so it's going to be the end of the arc in season 5. However, it has been confirmed that Gabriel Babes is still going to be in Miraculous going forward. So I am very, very intrigued to see what's going to happen going forward. I also get quite a few comments asking me, do you think Gabriel could be arrested? And I'm like, I'm not sure. Because he never technically damages anything, because it all gets repaired by Miraculous Ladybug. And no one ever seems that they're kind of traumatized as a result of the Akuma attacks, whether they've been akumatized themselves or the Akuma has like picked on them and done something to them. However, saying that, I do feel like that Adrien and Marinette, maybe more so Marinette's, and I think Adrien will be more traumatized when he works out his dad is Hawkmoth, the one who's been doing this, the one who's been fighting. I would say they're both traumatized to some degree. Whether that's enough to charge him, with something. I don't know. I feel like the only time for definite they have caused permanent damage is in the New York special, and technically that was Natalie, not Gabriel. It was a Senti monster that Natalie made whilst Gabriel was away in America. So I don't know if he could be. However, he definitely needs some counselling, some family therapy possibly. So I am interested to see what their relationship would be like moving forward, because Gabriel does somewhat care for Adrian, like as we saw in Glaciator 2, but I am really interested to see how it's going to be like moving forward. Like, is Adrian just going to find out his dad is Hawkmoth, or is Gabriel going to find out that Adrian was Cat Noir? Is he also going to find out that Marinette is Ladybug? I'm assuming at some point Adrian and Marinette are going to start dating, and obviously Gabriel's going to know about that. So if he does know their identities, what's his reaction going to be? What's Marinette's reaction going to be? Because she's surely going to find out that Gabriel is Hawkmoth, that the boy she's dating, his dad is Hawk. You know, like, there's so many moving parts. I'm going to be so interested to see how they execute it, and I will be so mad if they do it badly. I think this is possibly part of the problem with my expectations for the show, is that I want it to be so amazing. And don't get me wrong, I do think the show is amazing, but often if it's not what I was expecting, I do feel a bit disappointed. However, at the same time, I do feel like that's okay. Like, it is my favourite TV show. Of course I want it to be amazing, you know, I want the best for it. And when they told us, for example, when Ephemeral was airing, that this episode wasn't going to be amazing, it was going to be unmissable, I'm like, well, technically it was completely missable, because pretty much all of it didn't happen anymore. So did I actually need to see it? No. You know what I mean? They tell us that it's going to be unmissable, it's going to be amazing, they really hype us up, and then they give us Ephemeral and we're all like, what was that? You know what I mean? So partly their own fault as well. Next meme. Suhan, Ladybug, why didn't you protect the Miraculous? Ladybug, why didn't you? Suhan, it was a cat. Oh my god, I love... Oh, what's he called from Brooklyn Nine-Nine? I'm really bad with names, I've already forgotten. I know who this person is, I've already forgotten. The cat videos really got to him. Give it one more month and Suhan will be wearing the drip. It's a visual representation that I made. Thank you, Bush. So Suhan's going to become, oh, what are they called? A chav, a roadman. I think they're called roadmen now in England. When I was a teenager, I would have called them a chav. But yeah, he totally is going to be... I mean, I've never... Like, I love cats. I've never been that attached to cat videos. I see the occasional one on TikTok. Yes, I do have TikTok, but I don't make videos. So I don't post anything there, don't worry. You don't miss anything, I just go on there and scroll my life away, basically, when I get bored. Oh, I love... Oh, but I'd love Suhan to... I don't know, not to be exactly like Master Fu, but just be there for them a bit more. But now he, you know, hops all the way to Tibet. That man has never skipped leg day in his life. Oh my god, Suhan. But I love this thing you made with the coat Bush. It's absolutely beautiful. He would totally wear Supreme and North Face. Well done. Thank you, Bush. Next meme. When it comes to 15 to 16-year-old Felix growing to vanilla, too soon. You are the father. Right. I mean, I guess, technically. I mean, however old Felix actually is, I don't even know. But I mean... that is funny. I mean... do sentient monsters technically... I guess they're technically not biologically related to anyone, right? Surely not even Deuce, because it's magic. It's not like Kwamis can't breed, they can't procreate, you know? So technically Adrian and Felix are orphans, right? Even though like they've been made to look a certain way so like they resemble their parents or whatever, I understand that, but technically they're not related, right? Yeah? I don't know. Some of the Sentimonster stuff does confuse me slightly, and honestly I see my comments all the time. So someone the other day, I did the Reflector screaming session, someone left quite a long comment about all the reasons they didn't like Reflector, and to be fair, like, don't get me wrong, all of their reasons were valid for not liking the episode. That was fine, I wasn't going to argue with them on that. If you don't like an episode, you don't like an episode, whatever. But a lot of the things they were saying was just like, it was kind of concerning the general logic of Miraculous, how it's sometimes kind of silly, and I basically just replied, it's like, yeah, you're right, these are all like valid concerns and criticisms about the episode, but I said like, Miraculous, because of the nature of the show, is often more enjoyable when you just don't think about it, which I think is true. I try not to think too much about some of the stuff in the show, otherwise I'll just get frustrated. However, that being said, I feel like some things definitely should have been thought about more from the writers, especially the time travel. There's a lot of plot holes concerned there. Like, I don't mind, as a writer, I don't mind teeny tiny plot holes. We all make mistakes, we all get it wrong. Fine, whatever. But the plot holes created by time travel is pretty huge. So, yeah, and I remember seeing, I don't know if I have the screenshot of it, Thomas Astruc saying like, oh, it doesn't matter that there are plot holes, it's fine, we don't really care. And I was a bit disappointed that he said that. Like, as a writer and director, I think he is pretty good. Don't particularly like him all that much as a person, to be honest. But I think he's good on the show, you know? But I don't know, I just feel sometimes disappointed by how he sometimes just doesn't seem to care. I understand that he's a lot older than me and has been in the industry for much longer than me. So if he went about caring what all the fans of the show think, it would just take so much time. I understand that, don't worry. But like, he just doesn't seem to listen to anyone. Like, I remember him saying on Twitter, it's like, first and foremost, I listen to the people on my team. Fine, fair enough. Secondly, I listen to the producers. Fair enough. Then I listen to my family. Fair enough. And then I listen to other industry professionals. However, even though I am an industry professional, I don't feel like I could talk to him about an issue I had with like the writing or the direction of the show, because I feel like he'd just be rude about it. He is just unnecessarily rude. Even if he doesn't agree with a criticism someone has, as long as they haven't been rude to you in communicating that, I don't feel he needs to be rude to them. You know what I mean? Like, it just comes out of nowhere. I don't know if that's just because he's often replying to these comments in English, and he's obviously French. French is his first language. 100% understand like the tone or whatever. The tone is hard to understand on the internet anyway. You're not always sure in a written comment if someone is being funny, someone's being rude, whatever. So understand tone plays into it, but then also again, English isn't his first language, so maybe that's just not his intention at all, but it just comes across like that. And I feel like if he doesn't have anything nice to say, he perhaps just shouldn't say it and let people tweet at him, but just not reply. You know what I mean? Like, if I get a super mean comment that's like calling me ugly or something, instead of replying to them, I just delete it. It's not very nice to get in the first place, but instead of being rude to them back, just delete it and end the conversation, you know what I mean? Yeah, anyway, honestly, he needs like some sort of like social media team to help him, because I feel like often the way he acts, especially on Twitter, is one day going to be to the detriment of his show. It's been extended to 8 seasons, which is great, but it means the audience, who are quite young now, are going to be growing up with the show, and a lot of them are probably going to stay with it. I'm going to hopefully stay with it as long as it remains good. I will stop watching it if it gets bad, don't worry, I will stop, which obviously means the end of the channel, but you know. I don't want to continue watching something that's bad. That's a waste of time. I don't like wasting time. But the older the people who are watching the show get and see how he acts on Twitter, they're not going to want to support the show when they see that. So I think he really needs to start being more careful, to be honest. Just my opinion. Anyway, next meme. Other fandoms when the villain wins. Miraculous audiobook fandom when Gabriel won in Strike Back. I mean, I wasn't happy. I was very sad. I felt very sorry for Adrienette, but I did enjoy the somewhat change of pace that it gave us, that he did get to win for once, even though, I mean, yeah, he did technically win, fine, but it was Felix who won for him. Gabriel is just so incompetent that, yeah, he won, but at the end of the day, it was another child who basically allowed him to win. Without Felix, Gabriel wouldn't have won that. If Felix wasn't in the show, he wouldn't have won. He needed Felix in order for that to happen. You know what I mean? So yeah, he won, but it was Felix who did it, not him. You know what I mean? He's just incompetent on every single level, to be honest. Next meme. The title of this post was Gabriel Agreste, everyone. So it's a man on a bike, sticks a pole in. This is Ladybug's fault. Honestly, that really annoyed me in Evolution. I was like, really? I do appreciate how they're showing that Gabriel is basically completely losing it, whether that's just because he's been doing this for a while, or it's an effect all the Miraculouses are having on him maybe, or it's like a mixture of all of them. I did like how it was showing he's just kind of become obsessed with Ladybug and obsessed with winning, you know? But also at the same time, I was like, I felt that could have done with better building up. Slightly? I don't know. Maybe I would have started that possibly from like, something like Kuroneko, because he sees a new cat holder, then Penalty, he sees the 4 other new heroes. I feel like from Kuroneko, that would have been a better build up instead of it just randomly springing on us in Evolution. Don't get me wrong, I like the change, but I'm like, I feel like this could have done with a bit of a better setup, to be honest. Next meme. Okay, so it's a comic. Oh god, crikey, there are arrows everywhere. Oh, it's Hedge who did the one. It's Hedge again, he's back. He's pushing his bar in case I need him again. Okay, so Luca is calling Adrian. Yes, it's me. I'm Gabriel Agreste. Literally, who in the world is this guy? I can't afford to let him ruin my plan. Oh, so is this Felix then? Adrian, listen, I don't know what's going on, but I know you don't want to leave Paris. The real reason, what the hell is this guy talking about? And then Luca's looking a bit suspicious. And then he says, you're not Adrian. What do you mean? Your inner melody is completely different. Amazing. Do you reckon Luca, I mean, obviously he already knows Ladybug and Cat Noir's identities, but if he got close to Monarch, he could like listen to his inner melody, and then 2 days later he sees Gabriel and he's like, you sound the same. Wouldn't that be funny if that's the way that reveal happens? I mean, I doubt it will, but I think it'd be hilarious. So the final meme of the meme review is the meme review viewer submission. So if you want to be in a chance of getting your meme in the meme review, you have to join my Discord. The link is in the description and it's in one of the channels on the side, I believe, under the section YouTube channels. There are so many channels in my Discord server. I don't know what's going on in that server anymore, to be honest. So if you want to be in a chance, you have to submit it in there, but it has to be a meme you've made, not a meme you've seen somewhere and reposted. It has to be one you've made. So this one is from the Cowpam, wonderful name, and Miraculous Ladybug when they reveal the hamster's name. I just want to know. It's such a small thing, like we already know what the kids are going to be called. It's like Emma, Hugo and Louis, I think. I don't care about the kids anymore. I want to know what the hamster is called. That's all I want in life. Forget my PhD, forget passing. I just want to know what the hamster's called. That's all I want to know. Anyway, besties, I hope you enjoyed the meme review. Thank you very much to Hedge and Bush for putting this together for me. You are both wonderful, as always. I'd love to know what your favourite meme was, besties, and what are your thoughts on what I talked about, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!